What's up, guys? Welcome to another video. I am the Poetic Healer, and in today's video, we're going to be reading the poem Lantern in the Darkness and True Vision. So, you know the drill. We start off with Lantern in the Darkness and then we analyze it. So, let's get to it. For every ending, there is a new beginning. With every new experience, there is a new feeling. Never allow negative circumstances to blind your greatness. Don't hold on to anything. All pimped up energy must be expressed. For every cause, there is an effect. Therefore, analyze wisely. Any individual utilizing your energy for themselves should not be taken lightly. Everyone around you should be a reflection of your characteristics. Being able to control the third dimension is done by true magi's and mystics. The current flow of energy can be controlled if one truly commits. No matter what situation, never submit. Your internal light is all you should admit, and that is lantern in the darkness. Now it says, for every ending, there is a new beginning. With every new experience, there is a new feeling. So for every ending, there is a new beginning. That's just the cycle of existence. You know, you see people getting born each day, and you see people dying each day, and that is the cycle of life. You know, when one thing ends, something else must replace it to begin. That's how it goes. When one thing ends, it doesn't just stop there. You know what I mean? That's why there's a saying: energy cannot be destroyed. You know, you can only be transferred and keep accumulating. So that's the same thing. So in a situation when one thing ends, you shouldn't lose hope. You should always realize that it might be for the best. And you just have to embrace that experience in that situation for something new to come forth. You know, it's just like the cycle of the season. You know, you have spring that births something new, then you have summer, which is fixated, then you have fall or autumn, which is getting ready for the winter, or if you want to say death, the death of plants and trees and things like that. And then that's the cycle, and then it goes back again to spring, you know. So you have to always realize, just like your experience is correlated to the experience outside of you. And then it says, with every new experience, there is a new feeling. So each new experience creates a new feeling. You know what I'm saying? So we're always moving, you know, everything comes, the feeling comes first before the logic. So you're always moving based on your emotions. And whatever emotion, energy motion that you're creating, that's the motion that's going to uh, take you from one place to the other, right? Just like you have a car. Once it's in motion, that's the wheels spinning. And as the wheels is spinning, that's when you can actually move to a destination and from one destination to another location. So you have to be in that type of energy. You always want to have your mind spinning, creating something else, and willing that thing into existence. And then it says, never allow negative circumstances to blind your greatness. Don't hold on to anything. All pimped up energy must be expressed. So never allow situations that is trying to steer you off your course. That's really what it's saying. It's saying be very careful, because you have to have discernment and be very aware of your senses internally, because certain things can blind you or distract you into where you need to be. So it's very important that you're always being the observer, and you're observing your situations and you're observing your experiences, so that you can know what is truly for you and what isn't truly for you, and that is how you will be able to survive life. And then it says, yeah, don't hold on to anything. All pimped up energy must be expressed. So you need to find healthy ways for you to express your emotions. You know, some people go up to they go into I think they're called break rooms, where you can break plates and just smash it, and that is a good way to express any pimped up energy you have. Or you can go gym if that's your way of expressing and sweating out that pimped up energy. Or you can dance or sing or scream, you know, if you want to scream at your pillow, whatever it is that you have to do to let out that energy, because if you keep that energy within you, it can poison you. You know what I'm saying? So it's very important that you're finding ways to release it in a healthy way, instead of in a destructive way that can hurt people. So it's very important that, you know, you're very you know, you can balance yourself and you can control yourself, because certain things can really bring that out of you. And you know, sometimes it's easier said than done. So it's very important that once you realize that this situation is trying to bring you into a situation that can bring out the ugly side of you, you quickly realize that, you know, you find a healthy way to release that, and then you can go about your day. And then it says, for every cause there is an effect. Therefore, analyze wisely. Any individual utilizing your energy for themselves should not be taken lightly. So for every cause, there is an effect. So you have to analyze wisely. So, like I said, whatever energy you're putting out into the world is going to come back to you. So if you're putting out hate, jealousy, envy, and anger and hatred onto the world, you're going to get that right back. You know what I'm saying? So it's very important that you're aware of the energy you're putting out onto other people, because that's going to come back to you. That's what it means by for every cause, there is an effect. Um, and then it says any individual utilizing your energy for themselves should not be taken lightly. So anyone that's trying to utilize your energy in a selfish way should not be taken lightly. Those are the type of people you need to stay away from, because those type of people aren't really trying to have a mutual type of energy where you're exchanging energy and helping each other out. Just like, back in the days, or not even back in the days, even now with capitalism, right? In commerce, you're always giving out energy or giving out money to receive something back in return. Whether if you want to buy something, you give out that energy, aka that money, that physical note, which represents energy. Because when you go to work, you put your time and energy into that work, and you get that physical paper back in return. So it's the same thing. If you're having a mutual type of energy with somebody, you want to always be wise and realize, okay, am I wasting my energy giving it to this person, or is this a mutual agreement where we're actually helping each other out? And then it says, everyone around you should be a reflection of your characteristics. Being able to control the third dimension is done by true magi's and mystics. So everyone around you should be a reflection of your characteristics, or else you're eventually going to lose yourself, because eventually you're going to feel like you have to conform to the environment that you're in, because it's not conducive to your atmosphere. It's not conducive to your energy. It's not conducive to your characteristics and your charisma. So it's very important that you're always, creating an environment or putting yourself in environments that actually reflect who you are as a person. And then you won't have to feel like you have to walk on eggshells to be who you truly are. Now, I mean, you can actually smile and be happy because these people are a reflection of you, just like you're a reflection of them. And then it says, being able to control the third dimension is done by true magi's and mystics. So, be able to control your third dimension is being able to control your body. Your body is correlated to the third dimension. So, the more your mind can control your body, the more you can control the third dimension. You know what I'm saying? The more you can express something from within to the outside world, is the more you can control the third dimension. Based on your what you say, based on your actions, based on your movement, these things actually create an effect, a ripple in existence, or if you want to say in the universe or in reality, just based on your voice, your tone, your vibration. That is what actually creates the ripple of effect and create different stargates and portals into new experiences that can be either beneficial for you or very detrimental. That's all up to you to make that decision. And then it says the current flow of energy can be controlled if one truly commits. No matter what situation, never submit. Your internal light is all you should admit. Now, the current flow of energy can be controlled if you really want to control it. It's up to you to be very powerful and be the wise individual to realize, what energy am I giving out to the world right now? You know what I'm saying? Is this the energy that I know if I was to get it back, I would love that? Or is this the energy that if I was to give to somebody and they were to do it back to me, I wouldn't like that? You know what I'm saying? So it's very important that you know these type of things, because you cannot expect to give out energy, of one way, and then when you get that same energy back, you're angry. So that means you really have to self-reflect and realize, okay, if I'm giving out an energy to somebody and they're giving that energy right back to me and I'm getting angry, that means there must be something wrong with me and I need to work on myself and do that self-evaluation to realize that if I want to get energy back in return that is actually beneficial for me, I want to be able to give out energy that I know that if I was to receive it back, it was something that will actually empower myself, not really set me 10 steps backwards. You know what I'm saying? And then it says, no matter what situation, never submit. Your internal light is all you should admit. So anyone that's trying to dim your light, trying to dim who you are as a person, those are the type of people that they haven't done the work within themselves. They're still working on themselves. And it's good to allow them to work on themselves on their own. You know what I'm saying? You just have to leave those type of people and actually go into an environment who are actually doing the work, doing that self-evaluation, always doing that subconscious work to make themselves better, so that they can be in environments no matter where they're at, and they can be able to get along with all types of people. You know what I'm saying? The people that can get along with all types of people, no matter what walk of life they're in, are the people that actually did the self evaluation. They did the work where they can be able to interact with other people and know how to move in different rooms, because they've done the self evaluation. They're not just stuck one single minded. You know what I'm saying? So it's very important that you're always, you're strong and you're sturdy and you're grounded in who you are as a person, but at the same time you're also doing that self-evaluation to know when you need to change and adjust to be a better person. And yeah, guys, that is lantern in the darkness. So it's just about brighten up that darkness with your intellect and logic from the emotions. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, guys, that's the first poem. Now let's get to the next poem. So the next poem is called True Vision. All right, let's get to it. De-appreciate yourself and observe no one value you. That is why it's very important to live your life with gratitude. Shine bright amongst the masses to captivate their attention. Always have a positive mindset. A vision of power should be your reflection. Beware of who you pour your energy into before it's too late. The point of existence is to create your passion and be great. At times, it can be easy for a situation to blind you from the actual point. Not everything will go your way. There are two sides to a story, like a gold coin. Therefore, be prepared for whatever comes at you regardless. Always locate your gifts and talents wherever possible, like an address. And that is true vision. Now it says, de-appreciate yourself and observe no one value you. That is why it's very important to live your life with gratitude. So, like I've said, your self-esteem is your true money. Your confidence is your true money. That is your value. That's how much you value yourself. So the less confident you are, the less you value yourself. And these things can stem from a lot of things. It could be your childhood. Maybe you weren't fed the right empowerment energy to make you feel have that self-esteem. It might have been certain people you were hanging around with as a youth that really didn't feed you that knowledge and wisdom to actually empower you. That's why it's very important to be in environments that actually empower you and give you knowledge and wisdom. Because that is what really going to create your true value. Knowledge and wisdom is your true money, is your true value. Everything else comes after. You know what I'm saying? So it's very important that you have that first and foremost. And then it says, that is why it's very important to live your life with gratitude. So you always have to be gratitude of yourself first and foremost. Be happy that you are who you are. Like it says in the Bible, I am that I am. You know what I mean? You have to be who you are. You have to be comfortable in who you are as a person. Because if you're not comfortable in who you are as a person, then no one else is going to give that to you. You cannot wait for the outside world to give that to you. You got to give that to yourself. You know what I'm saying? So that's very important. And then it says, shine bright amongst the masses to captivate their attention. Always have a positive mindset. A vision of power should be your reflection. So if you want to shine bright amongst the masses, it's like acting out the energy of the sun and the moon. You know what I'm saying? You want to shine your consciousness and you want to shine your subconsciousness. The sun represents the consciousness, the physical, the light, and the moon represents your subconscious, the internal, the darkness. And the more you can brighten up both aspects by utilizing both power of the dualistic nature of existence, the more you can actually be able to captivate the attention that you need and be able to be an inspiration for others to be the true self too and see that, okay, if he can do it or she can do it, then I can do it also. And we're all here to find our power and our abilities and capabilities so that we can actually elevate reality and existence and elevate ourselves first and foremost. And then it says, always have a positive mindset. Always have a positive mindset. A vision of power should be your reflection. So the more you have a powerful mindset, the more you feel like I can achieve, I can do this. Nothing's gonna stop me. The more that will actually be your reflection, and you actually look at it. That's why I'm saying it's very important that what characteristics are you in, what energy are you in, because that is what's gonna reflect in your outside world. You know what I'm saying? That's why even in certain relationships, people might be like, oh, why is this person with this person? They're not as attractive or whatever that is physically. But sometimes people might not know that the reason why that person might be with that person is because internally they know that person has a beautiful spirit. They have a beautiful energy and they glow. That's why they can attract a so-called physical attractive person, and they might not be the best looking physically, whatever standard society has created, but because they have a beautiful spirit and they have a beautiful energy, you see the glow and the actual beautiful aura that surrounds them because they're acting in their true authentic self. But if you're always like having the energy of conniving and backstabbing, those are type of ugly energies. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna actually look like that. You're gonna actually look that physical, you're going to reflect that into the world. And people are going to be repelled by that and they're not going to want to be around you. So it's very important that you're emitting the energy of beauty. And the energy of beauty is compassion, empathy, being your true self, loving yourself, understanding other people's position and knowing that we're all here to take our turn to be who we are. And the more you're acting in your graceful energy, the more you're going to look like that. You're going to start looking beautiful and glowing and things like that. But the more you're acting out in your ugly natures and backstabbing and conniving and always trying to set people back and things like that, the more you start to look like that physically. So it's very important that, and that's why it's very beautiful about, like I said, self reevaluation and self reflection, because we all have the ability to change. The only thing constant in the universe is change. So it's never too late to change your ways and start sitting back and realizing, okay, what do I need to work on? Because that's what I do every day. And that's why I was able to get this inspiration to write these things, because I'm always doing the work internally also. Because you can physically work out and all of that, but if you have an ugly spirit and you have an ugly energy, people will feel that and they'll feel that aura and that energy and they'll be repelled by you. So it's very important that we're all doing the work internally as well as externally. And then it says, yeah, beware of who you pour your energy into before it's too late. The point of existence is to create your passion and be great. So beware of who you're pouring your energy into, because sometimes things might look beautiful from the outside position, but you might not know how it is internally. So you might go into an experience or a situation thinking that, okay, I'm doing this because everyone else is doing it. But really, that's just you wasting your energy. You're not being your true self. So the more you're your true self and you're loving who you are and your authentic self, then the more you actually know, okay, this is the person, or this is the environment I need to pour my energy into. This is the creativity or the vision or the mission I need to pour my energy into. So you have to have that powerful discernment to know where you're pouring your energy into. And it says the point of existence is to create your passion and be great. So whatever vision you have, see yourself as the best in it. And the more you see yourself as the best in it, the more that will actually manifest into reality. But if you see yourself as the worst in that situation, then you're going to manifest that also. So that's why it's very important that you're valuing yourself so you can up that self confidence and you can actually bring that into fruition. And then it says, at times it can be easy for a situation to blind you from the actual point. Not everything will go your way. There are two sides to a story, like a gold coin. So sometimes situations you might think might be beneficial for you might actually be very detrimental. But that's okay because we all make mistakes. That's the whole point. Like a child, when they start to walk during their first time walking, they're gonna fall and stumble a lot of times, right? You see a child, they're trying to walk, they're waddling like a duck or waddling like a penguin, and they keep falling down and falling down. But eventually that muscle memory is going to start getting stronger and stronger, and eventually they're going to be able to walk just like everyone else. So it's very important that you're very easy on yourself and you're not hard on yourself and you're not criticizing yourself even when you make mistakes, because the mistakes is actually going to be a powerful knowledge and tool to help you reach your destination. You just have to keep going and being persistent, and the more you do that, the more things will come into fruition. And then it says, yeah, not everything will go your way. There are two sides to a story, like a gold coin. So yeah, you just everything's dualistic in nature. Sometimes things will be good for you, sometimes things will be bad for you. And that good and bad is subjective depending on what situation you're in. And that is why I'm saying you have to have that sound mind, because what may be good for you might be bad for somebody else. That's why it's very important that you're not self-projecting your vision onto somebody else. You have to allow people to be themselves, and whoever is truly for you will be for you, and whoever isn't will go their own way. And that is one thing I've learned myself, because I used to do that where I felt like I had to, know, put people in certain positions to see certain things, the way I want to see it, even though I thought I was helping them. But you have to realize that everyone has their own internal clock. Everyone has their own internal timing, and their timing is not your timing. And if you realize and you make the attempt to bring them to your timing and it's clashing, that's totally fine. You don't have to force it. You just have to go your own way. And if it is time for y'all to align eventually later on, then it will happen. And if it's not, that's totally fine also. And then it says, therefore, be prepared for whatever comes at you regardless. Always locate your gifts and talents wherever possible, like an address. So be prepared. So be so be prepared for whatever comes at you, regardless. You know what I'm saying? whether it's situations, people, and experiences. The more you can be strong and powerful in whatever you're going through, the more you can actually be very consistent and persistent in what you're doing. And you can be an inspiration for others that show them that, okay, the more you put in that energy and that work, eventually things will work out for you. You just have to have that belief and that passion to know that you can achieve. And then it says, always locate your gifts and talents wherever possible, like an address. So the address is within. Your location is vast. Your mind is vast, just like this physical existence is very fast. So you want to locate your gifts and talents by going within, jumping into that quantum field, like the astrophysics would say, to find the gifts and talents, aka the atoms, that will give you that consciousness to be able to bring that into fruition. You know what I'm saying? So you just have to know who you are as a person. And the more you do, everything else will just naturally flow, just like the wave of the sea. And yeah, guys, that is True Vision. Hope you guys gain something new from those poems. And until next time, guys, I'll catch you soon.